Good morning, everyone. My name is Hirose from Otsuma, Women's University from Japan. Today, I would like to present our research on enhancing learning support and reducing hallucination in LLM-based educational systems using retrieval-augmented generation. This work focuses on improving the reliability of large language models in educational applications. Large language models, such as ChatGPT, are rapidly transforming the field of education. They can generate natural language explanations, answer questions, and support interactive learning. Because of these capabilities, LLMs are increasingly used as learning assistants to provide personalized support. However, despite these advantages, there are still important challenges in applying LLMs to education. However, a major challenge of large language models is hallucination. Hallucination refers to the generation of outputs that are fluent and plausible, but factually incorrect. This is particularly problematic in educational settings, because learners may not have enough knowledge to verify whether the information is correct. As a result, incorrect explanations may lead to misunderstandings and negatively affect learning outcomes. Let me illustrate the problem with a simple example. On the left, we have a correct answer. It is accurate and factually correct. On the right, we have an answer generated by an LLM. It sounds natural and convincing, but it is actually incorrect. This kind of output is called hallucination. The problem is that learners may not notice the difference and may accept incorrect information as correct. In education, this is not just a technical issue, it is a critical problem, because incorrect information can directly mislead learners. To address this issue, we can look at existing learning support systems. Traditional intelligent tutoring systems, or ITS, provide highly accurate and reliable feedback. However, they are typically based on predefined rules and structured knowledge, which limits their flexibility. On the other hand, LLM-based systems are highly flexible and can handle a wide range of questions, but they suffer from reliability issues such as hallucination. Therefore, there is a clear gap between flexibility and reliability in current educational systems. Our goal is to bridge this gap. The objective of this study is very simple. We aim to enhance learning support while reducing hallucination in LLM-based educational systems. Specifically, we aim to achieve both high flexibility and high reliability in learning support. To address this challenge, we propose a hybrid approach. Our approach combines three key components: large language models, retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG, and human validation. By integrating these components, we aim to improve both flexibility and reliability in learning support systems. In particular, RAG helps reduce hallucination by grounding the model's output in external knowledge. This slide shows the overall architecture of our proposed system. The system is designed as a web-based learning support platform that integrates LLMs, a RAG mechanism, and human validation. It consists of four main components: a user interface, an LLM processing module, a RAG-based knowledge database, and an administrative review system. These components work together to provide accurate and adaptive learning support. The key idea is to combine automated intelligence with human oversight to ensure reliability. Let me explain the system architecture in more detail. First, the user interacts with the system through the web interface by submitting a question or solving a problem. The input is then sent to the LLM module, which generates a response based on the given prompt. To improve reliability, the system retrieves relevant information from the RAG knowledge base and provides it to the LLM as context. This allows the model to generate more accurate and grounded outputs. Finally, the generated outputs can be reviewed and corrected through the administrative system if necessary. Our system provides four main functions to support learning. First, problem solving. Users can answer past examination questions and receive immediate feedback with explanations. Second, chat-based interaction. Users can ask questions freely, including both general questions and problem-specific questions. Third, explanation and classification. The system automatically generates explanations and classifies problems based on the official syllabus. Finally, human review. Administrators can verify and correct the generated content to ensure reliability. These functions work together to provide both interactive and reliable learning support. Now, I will explain how our system reduces hallucination. We use a three-layer strategy. First, RAG-based grounding. The system retrieves relevant information from a knowledge base and provides it to the LLM as context. Second, context-aware prompting. We include problem-specific information in the prompt to reduce ambiguity. Third, human validation. Human experts review and correct the generated outputs to ensure reliability. By combining these three approaches, we can significantly reduce hallucination. This combination is the key contribution of our work. Next, I will explain the experimental setup. To evaluate the effectiveness of our system, we conducted experiments on three tasks: answer generation, explanation generation, and problem classification. We used two types of models, a GPT-based model and a llama-based model. For the answer generation task, we prepared three conditions: without RAG, RAG with vocabulary data, and RAG with both vocabulary and past problems. This setup allows us to clearly evaluate the impact of RAG on performance. Here are the results of answer generation. As you can see, the use of RAG significantly improves accuracy. For the GPT-based model, accuracy improved from 76% without RAG to 98% with RAG. This is a substantial improvement. Similarly, the llama-based model also shows improvement, from 88% to 96%. These results clearly demonstrate the effectiveness of RAG in improving answer accuracy. Next, I will show the results of explanation generation. Both models achieved high accuracy. The GPT-based model reached 95%, and the llama-based model achieved 97.5%. These results indicate that explanation generation is relatively stable compared to answer generation. This is because the correct answer is provided as input, which helps reduce ambiguity in the generation process. Next, I will present the results of problem classification. The system achieved an overall accuracy of approximately 88% across the three main categories. This result indicates that the system can effectively classify educational content based on the official syllabus. However, some misclassification occurred between similar categories, suggesting room for further improvement. Let me summarize the key findings of our study. First, RAG significantly improves answer accuracy, as we observed a large increase from 76% to 98%. Second, explanation generation is relatively stable and achieves consistently high accuracy. Third, the system can effectively classify problems, showing its potential for broader educational applications. Overall, these results demonstrate the effectiveness of our approach. Next, I will introduce the user study. To evaluate the practical usability of our system, we conducted a study with 14 university students. The participants used the system for approximately 1 hour to solve problems and interact through the chat function. After the session, they completed a questionnaire to evaluate usability and effectiveness. This allowed us to assess how the system performs in real learning scenarios. Here are the results of the user study. Overall, the system was positively evaluated by the participants. Many students reported that the explanations were clear and helpful for understanding the problems. The chat-based interaction was also considered useful, as it allowed learners to ask follow-up questions. However, some challenges were identified, including issues with user interface usability and response latency. These results suggest that the system is effective, but still requires further improvement for practical deployment. Let me discuss the implications of our work. Our system achieves a balance between flexibility and reliability. Traditional systems, such as intelligent tutoring systems, provide high reliability but limited flexibility. In contrast, LLM-based systems offer high flexibility but suffer from reliability issues such as hallucination. By integrating RAG and human validation, our approach addresses this trade-off effectively. This suggests that hybrid approaches are essential for future AI-based educational systems. Finally, let me summarize the main contributions of our study. First, we propose a hybrid framework that integrates LLMs, RAG, and human validation to achieve both flexibility and reliability. Second, we demonstrate significant improvements in accuracy, including an increase from 76% to 98% in answer generation. Third, we validate the effectiveness of the system through a user study in a realistic learning environment. These contributions provide both technical and practical value for educational applications. In conclusion, we proposed a learning support system that enhances learning while reducing hallucination in LLM-based educational environments. By combining LLMs with retrieval-augmented generation and human validation, we can achieve both flexibility and reliability. This approach provides a promising direction for future AI-based educational systems. Thank you very much for your attention. I would be happy to take any questions.